Bourbon, Broncos, and no BS. Fans, brews, and Broncos news.
Denver Broncos country. Guys, what is going on? I don't know how to say this other than we have as many wins in a row as we had total last year. And there's still 4 games left of the season, guys. This is absolutely remarkable. Your Denver Broncos now sitting 11-2 after defeating the trash team that is known as the Raiders. Absolute garbage. We could have gone in there and like literally played half the players out there. We could have sent out like half the team on every drive and we still would have won. I mean, that's literally how bad they are. But anyway, doesn't matter. Broncos won and we got bigger fish to fry as the Raiders are already booking their trips to whatever golf course or vacation home or whatever at the end of the season. We got plenty to talk about. So I got Adam, I got Scott the Flagman, I got John here with me. Guys, we are going to start breaking it down. Post your comments, post your questions. Let's get into it. Adam, let's start with you, man. Here we are, Broncos, 10-game win streak. Just revel in it, man. How you feeling?
It was a very weird reaction, post-game reaction, because usually we're all a little emotionally drained after these wins. I know that I've been. And I can't even feel like I have the capacity to celebrate because I am just spent emotionally from the roller coaster. So to have a very quick game and to have it be a very workmanlike, efficient, clean for the most part. Good Lord. And how many Broncos fans are in that stadium? Good Lord, like, have some pride.
Yeah.
Raider Nation. This is me here saying this. Who's never gonna have a whole lot of nice things to say about you. But come on, get it together, guys. Jack up those prices. You got to keep some people out of there. But a great win. 11 wins. On to the next one. On to bigger fish to fry. And beating the Raiders. I'm sorry. It never gets old. It's always a good thing. So. No, I'm happy.
There's nothing better than beating the Vegas Raiders, the Oakland Raiders, the wherever the hell they are, that current year Raiders, or the Raiders are disgusting and I can't stand them. And we won. John, buddy, I love the hairstyle. It's looking good today. It's looking like you feel like a 10 win in a row kind of feel about you, man.
I appreciate the comment, Kevin. That's very kind of you to say. But yeah, Adam, you took the words out of my mouth. 10 in a row, 4 wins in a row against the Raiders, by the way. Like, do you remember when they were the last team in the division that we had? Like, they had the win streak against us. Like,
yeah,
like 4 in a row against the Raiders. That feels good. I mean, it doesn't come as a surprise. I think we all were expecting what we saw yesterday. So that was a pleasant afternoon. No
right.
At least in my household. So. I love it. It was an easy one. The scoreboard does not, reflect how dominant we were in this game. And for anyone that wants to talk about, the one score, game wins, whatever, this game was not that case here. So I'm thrilled. It was a stress-free Sunday for once. And,
for once.
I feel like I'm asking a lot from Santa this season, and that was a nice start to I just want instead of like 25 days of Christmas, like 3 Sundays and a Christmas day of Christmas this season. So far he's delivered, and I appreciate that from him.
There you go.
I love it. Scott, man, you have an in with Santa. He's visited us a couple times. He's popped in at the start of the show here from you, so maybe we can put a good word in, man. But how you feeling about all of this, buddy?
I tell you, it ain't often when I'm into my Bronco game on an off week where I'm watching it in my house and I'm 2.5 beers in and I haven't drank anything else and I'm falling asleep because I had no worries. And I woke up and I'm like, all right, this wasn't a dream. This is all right. And then now I am concerned about one thing.
And what is that?
Why are we kicking a field goal with 5 seconds left? Why are we throwing a fucking flag with 5 seconds left? When the spread
Vegas called in, Scott.
7.5, and we're at 10 points. That is total BS. And I'll tell you what, I'm really, I don't know. I question that because if you can't even, if you were to go to Pete Carroll and say, hey, why would you take a field goal at 4 seconds or 5 seconds left when you're losing by 10?
Yep.
You're going to kick the field goal. No time left. No time left. So why would you do that?
You can't. Should we get to this? Like, just knock this out at the beginning of the show. I think we should
do it.
I'm just saying.
Hey,
it's in Vegas, which makes it even freaking worse.
I hear you. Look, trust me. I had Broncos with the spread, so I lost money there. I had them also minus 13.5, which looked pretty freaking good. 4 minutes left in the game, by the way. So I'm frustrated too, but I don't want to hear the conspiracy theories because 5 seconds left. What if it only takes 4 seconds, to get through? And now you have a chance at an onside kick, which doesn't take time off the clock if you recover it, and you have a chance at a Hail Mary to tie. I'm just saying, like, he's playing to try and win the game. All right, like
the kick took 4 seconds. By the time it went through,
I don't know how long. I mean, the average
anywhere.
NFL play is about 6 seconds. But what are you gonna do? Are you gonna kneel it? Are you gonna,
either kneel it or try for
run
a
up the middle?
And especially if you chuck it in the end zone,
Hail Mary. Hail Mary.
You chuck it in the end zone.
More sense there.
It doesn't make sense because you need the points. So if you chuck it in the end zone,
the game's over.
Game's over.
If you throw a Hail Mary, the game's over.
Goal, the game is over. There's 5 seconds. The play is going to take 5 seconds. So
I think if anybody should be frustrated, it is Michael Bates, who has been a steadfast listener, who was about 3 minutes away from getting his own jersey of his choice, and basically had to watch as Daniel Carlson was. And now you could even blame Daniel Carlson all you want. I'm saying you should blame Brandon Jones a little bit.
Yeah.
Why are you calling that? There's no time to do anything.
It was a blatant call. I mean,
I think the guy wanted to pull the flag out and go.
I'm not
and then he dropped it, and it's like, oh shit! I dropped my flag while I was wiping my nose.
Either way.
I love it.
Yes, I love it. Delay a game, but it's 5 seconds. It's one play. Even if you score either way, a field goal or a touchdown, it makes no difference except to the people that support the gambling industry.
I hear you, Flagman.
And I didn't lose money, but it was bullshit.
I hear you, Flagman. I hear you, but I don't know what Brandon Jones is doing there.
Yeah.
No.
He doesn't do what he did.
Get away from the play.
Oh my God. It was they don't
he literally touches them.
I blame the refs enough on this show. I can't blame the refs for that. Like, that was ridiculous. Like, the game is literally over if he does nothing.
Yeah. And in that case, Mike here would have been winning a jersey because, guys, Mike was this close to winning a jersey off the
This
score prediction
close.
challenge. So that's again
Thank
an
you.
invitation to
Michael,
everyone.
You got effed by Pete
And
Carroll.
Brandon Jones.
Brandon Jones.
And Brandon
the
Jones.
defense
And
in
Brandon
general.
Jones.
Oh.
And Brandon Jones. We were gripping hard for Mike, and we were like praying for a block kick. We were hoping they didn't. Denver didn't go for a field goal to mess with the score. Like we were pulling for you, Mike. Everybody here was pulling for you. I was pulling for you, Kev, Jared. We were all on Team Mike for like 5 minutes. And I'm really sorry, man. I'm really sorry.
So Mike, we'll
I'm
get
really
you. We'll get
sorry.
you again, man. Look, score prediction challenge, guys, is open. We do that every game day, 1 hour before kickoff. So make sure you tune in. If you get the score prediction right, you get a Broncos jersey on us. So make sure you tune in 1 hour before kickoff for our live tailgate talk shows. Moving on to the next thing, I do want to talk about this because this was amazing to see. I know Ken, a fan of ours that comments a lot, watches a bunch of our shows, was talking about how there was a whole contingent of people from Arizona driving up to Las Vegas to kind of take it over. And Brian is right. There was so much orange in those stands. And when you heard, there was a definite noise difference between when the Broncos offense was on the field and the Raiders offense. It was a home game basically for the Broncos. And dude, you just can't ask for anything better from that than from Broncos country.
I mean, what other place do you, I mean, I know that we kind of feel we do travel well, and I'm using the we as a collective here, but I mean,
you didn't mean your whole family.
Well, there could be some jokes made there. We're not going to get into that. We're not going to get into that. Anyway, but at the same time, I mean, taking over the Chargers, soccer stadium when they were there, it is very funny, and it's kind of like a running joke. But yeah, I was very surprised by how much orange was in that stadium yesterday because it's the Raiders. And I know that they're bad, but that doesn't happen here at Mile High when, they don't have blackouts here when, if we're bad and they're good however the teams are doing. So again, and I'm going to say this with as much love in my heart as I can muster for the Raiders, you need to do better. Okay, you need to do whatever stadium protocols that you have in order to keep Denver fans away. It ain't working. It kind of like your defense, but you need to do better. You just need to do better. Sorry.
That's the beauty of playing a 10 and now 11 team. The stadium's wide open at this point in the season. So I loved hearing the noise over there.
Yeah,
I felt bad for the guy in the gorilla suit that they kept showing. And I'm thinking,
does somebody does somebody need to tell Raiders fans Halloween is once a year? Because
he's going to go.
It doesn't even make sense.
To go to one of those hotels on the strip with that broad he was with, and he's going to just go in his outfit. And now he can still do that because I don't know if that was the thing, but he lost. It was sad. And the one guy with all the face paint, who also comes to Denver, is a very, very loyal Raider fan. So
good for him.
Props.
Good for him.
There are a lot of Raider fans that are really Raider fans, and then you've got a lot of them that are just. But I felt bad for that gorilla guy, because I know he wanted to go all Fay-Ray on that girl, and that girl was like, ooh, and I don't know, pick a better team, become an orange gorilla.
Yeah,
that'd be the better choice.
But
okay, I digress.
As long as we're on this topic, I mean, what else did the Raiders expect? And Michael brings it up here, like, if you're gonna move to Vegas, of course the visiting fans are gonna want to come to Vegas and visit their team. So I think they kind of built it this way, and as long as they're gonna be one of the worst teams in the NFL, this is what they're gonna expect from every.
I don't think
that's how they're gonna make money.
Stairs. I think as long as people are paying to get in the stadium, you don't care. You don't care.
But that's the only thing that's going to make them money is the influx of visiting fans, because it ain't going to be from their own, Raiders fans showing up. So, yeah, Gus, I like this. Did somebody say the Raiders? If not, we need to say this again. Fuck the Raiders. Okay, we're just going to say it. I normally don't curse here, at least not too bad. But it's the Raiders, and we beat them.
Yes, Gus, you are correct.
Good to see you, Gus.
Guys, I mean, oh no, go ahead, Kev. Go ahead.
No, let's start talking a little bit about the game, and I just want to start on. We can pick a couple different highlights. I'm going to take the easy one, and oh man, I lost it.
Layups for Kev.
I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert at calling games. I'm not a professional announcer by any means or anything like that. But I do want to just highlight not only the punt return we saw from Marvin Mims, and looking back at it closer, the way he stood up and stayed standing up as that initial crowd was going around him, and then to get to the outside, and you saw his speed, man. I mean, what a play from Marvin Mims, guys. But then on top of that, I just want to highlight, again, we don't do this very often. However, if I can pull this up really quickly, just because it's so beautiful to hear. So bear with me one sec, guys.
Oh, here we go. We're gonna get some real-time reaction.
Oh yeah. This was the call on the Marvin Mims run back, and just listen to the beauty of maybe I could do this for a living.
Are we?
3, 2.
Oh, hold on. I'm a couple minutes off.
Okay.
I smell copyright infringement.
Oh, I'm not showing the game.
Right.
Not showing the game.
They're not going to be able to sustain that. So they're going to have to make some adjustments. And I wouldn't be surprised if you see.
Hold on, it's coming up
for the Broncos.
I had this planned. I did, and then it'll disappear.
Very short punt at the 45.
Go, Marv.
He's still
Go,
up.
Marv.
He's still running.
Go, Marv.
He's going. He's going. He's at the 20. He's at the 15.
Go. Yeah! Let's go.
So I just wanted to highlight that. Not only was I think the play of the game, but between the 3 games that I've called so far, that was definitely the call of the game as well. So, dude, just absolute beautiful play by Marvin Mims. And I mean, again, he's earned himself a Pro Bowl slot if we're not playing that little game that happens in February. But guys, go around the horn. Scott, let's start with you. I mean, I know you're kind of taking a little snooze in the game, but from what you saw and everything, what stood out to you, man? Because there's a lot to pass around here.
Look, it was nice to see our team come out and say, we're better than you. You suck. And we're going to shove it up your little tiny ass. And that's what we did. And I love that. It was a mindset. It was, hey, you know what? We'll score when we want to score, but it's much more fun to just keep shoving it up your butt and continue to move it until, okay, we'll score. I mean, I loved it. It was bully ball at its best. We played smart. We stepped up when we needed to step up. I loved the fact that our RJ Harvey bounced off 3, 4, 5 guys and kept running.
Yeah.
I liked the fact that when Bo Nix needed to pass, he was going to pass. Now I would like to see a couple people catch some passes that aren't as perfect as they'd like. Trey Franklin again had butterfingers, and it rubbed off. He must have shook Cortland Sutton's hands a couple times, because Cortland dropped a couple that those are not Cortland drops. But at the end of the day, they said, we're better than you, and we're just kind of having fun, and we're going to go hit some slots afterwards, maybe get some shrimp cocktail, maybe one of those cheap buffets, and we're just going to enjoy our Vegas trip.
Yeah,
we can.
Yep, I love it. John, man, dude, takeaways from you, bud.
Yeah, I mean, Flavin, you're spot on with Harvey had a great game. I mean, his best game of the year, I think.
Easily.
A little bit of a coming out party. I hope we see it continue for sure.
Mm.
I feel like every week, that's my message at the end of the game is I hope we can see this continue. And and here we are. You know, a 10-game win streak. You know, first, who was it? Gus said it here, scoring 7 on the opening drive first time.
Right.
During this win streak, by the way, which is
Yeah.
hard to me. First time in 10 games. I was like, I don't understand how we're here. But but look, we've had scoring drives in each of the last 3 games, which was kind of a staple of last season. Like we had the scripted plays we had down last year, and this year it's been very much more miss than hit, and we're starting to see that trend again in the last 3 games, which, you know, I'm excited to see that continue. I won't touch on Harvey again, even though I've mentioned him twice since Flagman already touched on it. But what about, can we give some love to Adam Prentice? I mean, are we
There it
going
is.
back to the old school?
There it is.
And let's go.
Oh.
Like, I love seeing that. Like, I love it. Like the 4th and 1 or the 3 and 1, and we hand it off to the fullback. That's amazing. But then to see him bust open for like a 30-yard gain or something.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Guy deserves love, and he's kind of becoming a bigger part of this offense.
Yes.
As much as a fullback can.
Yes.
He's not the Mike Allstott. We don't have those in this NFL anymore. But you just don't see that anymore in the NFL. And I don't know. It's like old school football, and I love it. What do you think, Adam?
I mean, to kind of keep going along with that, Adam Prentice, and there's just something about Adams in excellence. I'm just saying. But I mean, when he took that little dive play and just took off, man, I've said this a few different times. I mean, in the Kansas City game where he caught the little flare out of the backfield, he actually showed, caught it away from his body, caught it with his hands, made a nice play upfield. They obviously trust him in the pass game. They have no qualms about throwing him out in pass pro. The same thing with RJ Harvey, who actually decleated Max Crosby at one point in pickup. So I mean, that's one of those subtle things in the game that you don't always pick up. But to kind of get back to Marvin Mims, whatever critiques that you have about him as a wideout, I think is more than fair. But at the same time, he's going to show you that he has that home run ability, whether it's taking kicks back or whether he's taking punts back. You can't discredit what he still brings to the team, even if it's not in the traditional role in the offense. And what I was kind of saying yesterday, this was a 3-phase win. The offense played well and was efficient. Special teams came up with the score. And the defense, aside from one series, the opening series of the game, they played well. So if you're going to have all 3 phases of your football team contributing, who is out there that really puts any kind? Maybe I'm overconfident. I'll be the first one to say it. But even looking at who's out there right now, I don't. If I am not really apprehensive about anybody, I fully believe that the team is 100% not scared of anybody either coming in here.
No.
Was anyone else surprised during the broadcast when they said this was Mims' first punt return for a touchdown?
This season, I think, yeah.
No, not this season. In the NFL.
No, not ever. Not.
Yes.
I thought he had one.
Yes. He's had kickoffs return for a touchdown, but never a punt return. And I had to do what you're doing right now, Kevin.
Go to the Google machine.
I'm telling you. And please prove me wrong, because I thought I was a psychopath, because there's no way this is not
right.
true.
I could have sworn that there's one punt return in there, but
just one. Just only one in his career.
Wow.
And what a way to
not believe that. I was like, what?
Wow.
What a way.
Yeah, I seriously thought you were lying.
I know. I thought
my
that
conspiracy theory is that they've been, they're going to continue to play this dink and dunk and whatever as long as it works. And I think at one time they're going to pop this out, and then you're going to see what they were doing last year with Marvin Mims running down the sidelines and catching those
I hope.
long balls.
Yeah, I don't
hope.
I'm telling you, Sean is like he's like on a different level. He's like playing fourth level.
which is we were kind of
chess.
giving shit all
Kind of
year
like,
about
you know,
that.
in the big bay.
Ooh.
Maybe it's all going
I
to
think
come
it's
together.
going to happen. I think there's going to be a game where they just start airing it out. Because I thought maybe they'd do it this week, but they didn't need to. I think it's going to happen.
He brought it up in his post-game interview. He's like, it was schemed that way because of Pete Carroll and just knowing the way that he was going to play defense against these Broncos. They didn't want to take these deep shots, which was frustrating as a fan, I guess. But we did what we needed to do, and having we basically had 3 drives that took up half the game, which is
Right.
insane.
Right.
I love me some bully ball. You get all those big guys. The only thing that would have really topped this game off is if one of those 4 big ass receivers would have caught that ball at halftime. Right? Going into halftime, you get those 6'4", 6'5", 6'6" receivers out there. I tell you, that's something that's going to be a problem for a lot of people.
Yeah, okay, but I have a question on that, because why did we throw a Hail Mary when it would have been a 62-yard field goal? Does Lutz not have a leg for a 62-yard field goal? I don't
Especially
know.
indoors with no wind?
I'm going to answer that. No,
100%.
Oh, okay.
We saw that
Alex says
twice
no.
in this game. We saw it
At the
twice
end
in
of
this
the game, I think he thought he had a better chance with those big ass receivers.
Sure.
I mean, you put and quite honestly, they were in the right position. I would have loved to see one of those guys come up with something.
I hear you there, but there was the second drive of the game. It would have been a 58-yard field goal, and we set up for it. And then, he was trying to trick the Raiders and get a delay of game, and a 50. We can't kick a 58-yard field goal.
I would argue that no. I would argue no. No 58-yarders that we've been sending Lutz out for. No, making them in warmups is a totally different thing than making them in a game. And whatever bombs that he has in his leg during warmups, no, we have not seen that. And
I definitely have seen that. We've definitely.
All right, here we go.
Denver, yes,
I'm being dead serious. It's fun trotting out your kicker for no hopers, 55 and plus, and I know that when he makes it, it's awesome. The thing is, it doesn't happen a lot, and then you basically put it to. I mean, in those instances, yeah, they're at the end of the game, but no, Lutz Will Lutz is a clutch from 50 in. And from 50 to 55, I'll let him have 55 plus. He has not had a good. If you want to go dissect it, we can go dissect it. If you want to go dissect it, we can go dissect it.
The new 40.
I'm telling you, he doesn't. I'm telling you, even if he did, it's a low percentage. It's lower percentage than a Hail Mary.
Into the game though, or into halftime.
I'll give you that for the 58-yarder on the second drive, but to end the half with zeros on the clock, why not?
Yeah, I agree.
So that you're not kicking off to a return and have Vegas potentially get. I'm just saying, if you play it, I'm not saying that's what everybody would do because it's the least sexy thing to do. I'm saying if you want to maintain leads and win games, sometimes you just play boring football. I don't like it that they threw the Hail Mary
return for a touchdown.
This is primetime TV, guys. I like this. This is the back and forth. It's I like this. Hey,
and Flagman, I respect you, but you're wrong.
But you're wrong.
I'm not wrong because I agree with you. They could have kicked
okay, never mind. Adam,
but that's why you're wrong.
The same results.
Yeah, I mean, likely, but take the points, potential points.
Maybe shoot a shot.
It hasn't been potential points. That's what I'm arguing.
I'm telling you, the 55-yard field goal is now the new 40.
Well, why are we all of a sudden against Lutz?
I'm not against Lutz. I'm not against Lutz.
I've lost control. This is not my fault, guys.
I am not
You put us
against
on
the
here,
law.
Kevin. This is your fault.
But I do like having
I'm letting
about
this play out.
6'4" and above.
Oh my
receivers
goodness.
out.
We only
Above
have one
there,
6'4"
it's gonna be
receiver.
Well, not easily, but
You're making
Sounds
it
like
seem
you're
like we
coming
got
to
a bunch of.
Sounds like
bunch
you
of-
wanted the field goal.
yeah.
Shut up.
Hey guys, just like in the game, eventually the clock runs out and we got to go to halftime. And guess what? There's zeros on the board, so we're gonna move on ahead. You guys are gonna kick the field goal. We are gonna go into halftime here. These other guys are gonna go to their respective locker rooms, take a breath, get some orange slices, maybe some Uncrustables that we know the Broncos love. So maybe some of that while I get some announcements out of the way. Stick around, guys, because we have yet to talk about the Bo Nix factor and what we saw from him, as well as some other things that we saw from yesterday's game. But first, I want to call this out. As Cat points out here, we have broken 900 people, subscribers on YouTube. Congratulations to us, and thank you guys, the fans, for doing that, subscribing, all that good stuff. I want to see that 1,000 mark here soon, but hitting 900, guys, thank you so much for all your help there. Also, just so you guys know, we are less than 100 followers away on Facebook from hitting 24,000. So if you guys want to make sure you tell all of your friends and family about us who are Broncos fans, even if they're not Broncos fans, they're more than welcome to come in. We might make fun of them a little bit, but not too much to where they want to leave. So they are all more than welcome here. But check that out, guys. Facebook and YouTube. Make sure you're following us on all the other social media places as well. A little burp there. Excuse me. But also, guys, don't forget tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, we got our Bourbon Broncos No BS show, the main flagship show we've been doing for 10 straight years, guys. So make sure you check that out tomorrow night. Game day, or before game day, we have our pregame podcast on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher. You can go follow us on all those places, or just one of those places, to make sure you hear this week's podcast. And then game day, we are live 1 hour before kickoff. And part of the Tailgate Talk show is the score prediction challenge, in which, if you get the score prediction correct, you win a Broncos jersey of your choice. And Michael here in our comments was the closest that we have had to have something win in absolute years. I mean, I want to say like 7 or 8 years. We've had, nobody come close. Mike was literally seconds away from getting a free jersey on us. So guys, make sure you tune into that show so you can enter your score prediction and enter for a chance to win a free Broncos jersey of your choice. And then, of course, every halftime, we are live with the halftime hash as well. So make sure you join that show. We are the original live halftime show. So don't go to anywhere else. Come where, it's like Coke original. Like, you don't want to try this or that. Like, just go to what you know, the safe place, right? That's Bourbon Broncos No BS halftime hash right here. Guys, make sure you check out broncosandbourbon.com for all the latest articles that Adam is writing. You can also check out the latest videos, the latest shorts, the latest podcast episodes, all that good stuff. That site is going to be continue to be built out over the course of this next off season as well. So bear with it. It is working though, and you can sign up for free today. In fact, it's probably a good idea to sign up for free today because eventually we will introduce membership tiers. But if you sign up for free now, everybody that does before the end of the Super Bowl will be automatically upgraded for free to the first level membership tier once those are introduced. So make sure you sign up at broncosandbourbon.com, get all the access to all the articles, videos, and everything else we have for you guys over on the website there. Anyway, guys, let's get back to this game. Let's talk about
field goals.
We have field goals. No. New half. Everything's fresh. We're going to start. I get the ball back.
I'm sorry.
Can I make fun of the Raiders real quick, though?
Yeah, before we talk about Bo Nix, you can make fun of the Raiders. I will allow that.
And the half, what the hell were they doing? Like snapping that ball and giving us a chance at a 42 or 62-yard field goal? Like, that was the weirdest. I don't know. I didn't understand it, and it made me laugh, and it made me feel like the Raiders are just still the Raiders. Whether they have Pete Carroll or not, they're still the Raiders.
Sorry. Well, Pete Carroll is, I'm sorry, an idiot. I think he's proving that. Unless he has like Marshawn Lynch and prime, Russell Wilson, he's not really anything to, bat your eyes at. He's just a nobody. But whatever, the Raiders will figure that out maybe eventually, but after they pay him a whole shit ton of money first. Look, Bo Nix, guys, I don't know. If I had $1 for every time I saw somebody talk about how bad Bo Nix's quarterback rating is this last week, I'd have like $25. And I'm just so sick of people using this one stat, and a QBR is so arbitrary anyway, right? So to say that Bo Nix has one of the lowest QBR ratings in the league, and that's why he sucks, I just keep going back to this idea that we don't have any pick sixes this year. The defense isn't really getting many turnovers. The points we're getting are either from Bo Nix throwing the ball into the end zone or Bo Nix-led drives. We didn't score 33 points against the Giants in the third quarter based off of defensive points. That was freaking Bo Nix. Yes, I get that he's not great all the time. The beginning of the games has usually been a struggle for him, but we're seeing, again, after the bye week, he's coming back, and he's looking really solid basically throughout the majority of the game. But This Bo Nix hate is just absolutely ridiculous at this point. It's like you're grasping at straws to try to make a point that doesn't exist. Guys, the Bo Nix thing is real. He is him moving forward, and I just love to see that the Broncos are rallying behind him and that he's doing a really great job leading this team. But Bo Nix, guys, you got to give him some credit.
They don't believe. Absolutely. No believe.
I mean, when you're asking your second-year quarterback the week before to put it up 46 times, and it's not that hasn't been out of the ordinary for Sean Payton to seemingly kind of put the game on Bo Nix's arm and just to see what he does. Yesterday, I mean, you're going to look at the yardage and you're not going to be overwhelmed. You're not going to look. He didn't throw for a touchdown, but I would argue that there was not a point of time in that game where Bo Nix was not in control of that game. And just again, like I know that people are going to get hung up on that he's not making the crazy throw every game, that Washington game notwithstanding, but at the same time, like. He has the only stat that matters. He wins. He wins games. And at the end of the day, what are we talking? Like, what are we going to split hairs over? Like, the fact that his arbitrary QBR number isn't great, fine, I guess. And if you're going to take the low-hanging fruit of he's not good in the first quarter, well, guess what? He was pretty damn good in the first quarter yesterday. He was pretty damn good for the entire duration of the game yesterday. So, and again, even with a friend, we were talking about narratives and just how like one person's narrative is another person's narrative. And how many times do we have to hear about, the Mahomes, the Bradys, the obnoxious quarterbacks of the world who they always find a way to win and they're never counted out and all this other nonsense. But you can't apply that to Bo Nix, who has the record that would say that he comes through in clutch and that he does that. I mean, it's ridiculous. And if there are Denver fans out there who don't think that this is the guy going forward, I'm sorry. You are clearly in the minority.
It's, here's the deal. Okay. And this is crazy. We are entering a time where we're losing the obnoxious Kansas City fans because they can't really justify stuff. But you know what's replacing them? The obnoxious New England fans. And they're worse. They suck.
They are back.
Oh,
at least they're
coming out like cockroaches.
True.
Yeah,
you're right, Gus.
The math holes are back.
So I mean,
well, it seems you see Kansas City going down, and it's like all the Tom Brady fans went to the Chiefs after that. Now the Chiefs are going down; they're jumping all back to the Patriots. So they're the same group of fans. They're just wearing different jerseys. They just had to go dust off, their old Patriots jerseys to get on that bandwagon. So
and you had to wash them because we kind of wiped.
They probably didn't though because they're already kind of gross. So
I'm not against this because it would be fun to have a Bo Nix May rivalry for the next 10 years. I'm for it because in the end, and I'm here for it. I bring on the assholes. I'm okay with that. It's the Chiefs fans that I'm just like, God. Oh, in my lifetime, it hasn't been a thing until Mahomes came, and I'm sick of it. And so I'm ready for that dynasty to be dead, and it's closer and closer. But I would love an AFC Championship game, Broncos, Patriots in Mile High, of course, this season. To be wonderful. And but back to your question, Kev, Bo Nix is he is the answer right now. I said it before. We are tied to Bo Nix at this point. I think we're past, we're a few weeks removed now where we're like, well, do we need to think about putting Stidham and get out of here? That's not happening. We're not putting in Stidham. That's not a thing. Bo Nix, come on. You got a second-year player here. Okay, is he the best quarterback in the NFL right now? No. Why would we not develop him and still win games? And he looked pretty damn confident this week against the Raiders, which, removed by 4 weeks when the last time we played the Raiders? I mean, he was all over the place in that game, and we criticized the hell out of him, as did the entire NFL community. And he looked a lot more confident in this game. Max Crosby did not get in his head, clearly. And Max Crosby was not an issue in this game at all, minus 1 or 2 tackles.
One sack and 2 tackles for loss. Yeah.
I remember he had a sack. So, look, he's developing, and we're getting better, and he's getting better. And we saw this rhythm last year where he looked a lot better game in and game out. So I'm just let's ride the Bo train. Let's not get let's not mess with Bo. Let him do his thing. Let Sean Payton do his thing with Bo. And it's getting better and better each week.
I totally agree with that, John. And just before we get on to the next topic, we talk about adversity and what players will do when they actually have some adversity in front of them. Do they shrink from it? Do they crumble underneath it, or do they elevate their game? What else? I mean, since that Vegas win on Thursday night, all he's done is play better, play more efficient. I don't know that the offense is as constructed right now is really geared for him to be throwing the ball down the field and having 400-yard games and 4 touchdowns. I don't know that that's what is in store right now. But then that's where you gotta look at the game within the game, and he is controlling the game from the line of scrimmage right now, like you want a great quarterback to do. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be sorry. I'm not sorry for apologizing that my quarterback is playing really good ball right now.
Well, what do you want? Do you want a quarterback? Okay, this is an extreme example the other way. 2 bottom of the league teams with the Titans and the Browns. Do you want a Shedeur Sanders that's throwing for 350 yards and 2 or 3 touchdowns? And you still lose the game? No, I want the win. I don't give a shit. Are we continuing drives? We had 6 drives, 3 in each half in this game. That's insane. To only have 6 drives in a game where you completely dominated and had our time of possession was double of the Raiders. We absolutely dominated this game. So yeah, Bo deserves the credit. I'm sorry he doesn't have the stats. I don't give a shit about the stats. I do for my my DraftKings account, but that's about it. But give me the win over my DraftKings account any day of the week.
Any day of the week.
Great stuff from Bo Nix, guys, and I think we're just going to continue to see him get better and better week in and week out. He has that calm nerve. He has the foundation of just not being rattled easily at all. And when he does make mistakes, he bounces back. You don't see him throw a terrible interception like he did against the Commanders and then just suck for the rest of the game, right? Because he's doubting himself. This is a guy that knows how to bounce back. Yeah, he knows how to handle pressure. He now knows how to come back in games. And he knows just how to lead his team in general. So from here, you develop him like we're continuing to do. He's picking up Sean's full playbook this year. And I just expect next year to be even better, right? Not necessarily flashy or anything, but just more consistent. And you just add some more consistency to him. You get a couple extra weapons around him, or the weapons he already does have will have more experience, right? We're easily 3 or 4 years ahead of schedule right now. And so just
Oh yeah.
Agree.
well, how much better can this get? I honestly don't think Bo Nix has hit his ceiling. And that just means the Broncos offense in general has not hit their ceiling yet. And so we're going to see what that looks like. I do want to call out again, because I don't think it's really been mentioned too much lately. Broncos racking up the sacks, another 4 yesterday. What are we at? I'm seeing some conflicting numbers. Looks like maybe 55 on the season so far, with the next team behind us at 44. So the Broncos, again, still leading the league by a lot in sacks. And it's just great to see Nick Bonito get there twice, in addition to John Franklin Myers and Malcolm Roach. Each sack are getting 1 sack in the column there as well. So these guys, they're getting pressure. We talked about, Adam and I were talking about during the game, that first Raiders drive, we were only sending 4 and it wasn't working. And we saw the Raiders just kind of work their way down the field with no problem. As soon as we started bringing 5, the Raiders just absolutely crumbled. And so I think that's what you're going to see. You're going to see Vance Joseph maybe try something, but we saw him adjust very early on. He didn't wait till halftime. He didn't wait till the fourth quarter. He saw at the end of the first drive that did not work. Send 5. Boom. There you go. So I think they're all in sync with each other, guys. And just the Broncos defense is just, again, they just look so solid. And we don't have to worry about them playing down to their opponent. They're going to bring their A game every single week.
Yeah.
Right.
I am bummed because I feel like we are off pace for the sack record. I think we're off.
I think we are.
We are off pace now.
About 5 sacks a game going forward, which feels, with the schedule we have, feels tricky. But we will once again, I have no doubt, lead the league in sacks just like last year.
Yes, for sure. I think, it's nice to see Bonito Express back on the track and getting after him. I mean, he's had so many games where he's been so close. And I think it's going to happen. And I think the offense has not shown their best. But I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but it just seems like Sean's got something he's holding back. And maybe it's blind faith. I don't know. But I just feel, we haven't seen him use Marvin Mims the way they should use Marvin Mims. And if Troy Franklin can get off of dropping balls again, he's always open. And I don't know. Courtney must have been shaking hands a couple times with him and got that butter on him. But this team has so much potential. And that's a dirty word. But I have full faith this team is going to take it to the next level in the next few weeks. And we got to. I think we need to win 3 of the next 4.
Oh, yeah.
And it'd be nice to win 4-4, but I'm kind of wanting 1 loss. It'd be nice if it's the last of the year where we don't need win.
Mm-hmm.
But we got 2 super tough games, 1 pretty tough game, and then we have the Chargers, who are in the process of charging.
They are losing, but they did just get an interception. So about 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Eagles are up 16-13, but the Chargers are on the Eagles 30-yard line, so they're close to scoring here. At least making a tie game. But we're gonna have to see. Yeah. Now, look, I know this. A lot of talk of are we gonna get the number 1 seed or not? I'm not really too worried about it. We're fairly healthy. I think as long as knock on wood, it stays like that. I'm not afraid of facing any opponent, especially in Denver. And looking at the teams that we've played compared to the teams that the Patriots have played, I can tell you, guaranteed, there's one team that I would trust to face off in any playoff game than the other. And the Patriots just aren't playoff tested. You look at the next 2 games, okay, a little challenging for them, but then the last 2 games of the season are super easy. And basically everyone they've played this year are not playoff teams for the vast majority of it, whereas we have. And the 2 teams we lost to, essentially playoff teams, the Colts obviously losing Daniel Jones for the season. That definitely sucks. And I hope, he does come back healthy next year. But we barely lost to them. The Chargers, that was a close game. They're looking for a playoff spot, but we've been winning these tough games, and the Patriots just haven't. I mean, they've been winning, but they're not tough games. So one team is battle tested, and the other one just kind of they're playing their schedule, but I can't say that they're playoff ready.
Yeah, but I mean,
people said that about us last year.
They're saying about us this year. Like, people are saying our strength of schedule is so weak this year too. So, and I don't give a shit if you get to 11-2, you're
doing something right.
Get the word fraud out of your vocabulary. It's gone. Right. You can't say that when you win 10 in a row. I don't care who you play.
Yeah, I agree.
Every week, a shitty team beats a very good team. Like, it just happens. It happens. So you have to be prepared every single week, which all props to Sean Payton, because he gets this team prepared every single week. It's not pretty, but they are prepared to win. And guess what? They have won after we get past September, because we know September is not Sean's month.
September's always rough.
We go 500 in September and then 100 the rest of the year. I'll fucking take that. So, look, you can't. The one thing I'll put.
He won't. He's not going to point to it. He can't. He's literally, the space-time itself has said, no, John, you are not allowed to make this point. So try that again. You're going to point to what, John? Before the universe said no?
I don't know where I cut out because my computer's been acting up today. So I apologize.
You said the point you're going to make is that,
and now we're
okay. And now
all right. I will say this to push back on you, Kevin. I do want the number 1 seed. Yes, I don't mind playing the Patriots in Foxborough if they're the 1 seed and we're the 2 seed. That's fine. But I want that extra week. I want that bye game, week.
That's fair.
Because guess what? That's one less game that we have to play. And in the playoffs, that changes it from
2.
Yeah. We have to win 2 in a row now, not 3 to get the Super Bowl. So that's the
I'll give you that.
To your point, if we get the number 2, I'm okay with that too, because I do think that if we can get the home crowd up until the AFC Championship, then I'm good with it. I don't think we're going to lose a game.
Yeah. And so, like what you're saying, I'm not trying to throw shade at the Patriots 11-2 schedule, because then it's the same thing for the Broncos, right? But in terms of like looking at how well are they going to be handle themselves in the playoffs, it just goes to, like you're saying, if the Broncos have to go to New England to play them in the playoffs, I'm okay with that. I think New England should be like, oh, the Broncos are coming to town. We're scared shitless. Right?
Well, let's put it this way. Of the 7, 8, 9, 10 teams that could be in the playoffs, who are we worried about facing? The Patriots aren't one of the teams for me.
No.
I'll say that there's a team out there that I think is going to be a really good barometer for us. And I don't know how many teams. I mean, I don't want to put too much stock into looking ahead, because that'll be for tomorrow night. Yes, that's the plug for tomorrow night where you need to tune in. But I think if there's a team out there, it's Jacksonville, who is looking very, very tough and very, very confident, and does have a little bit more of a resume than what New England is bringing. And for as much as, I mean, you have Emmanuel Acho on his show today screaming about how scary the Houston Texans are because of all of these things, because they have 2 people with 10 sacks. And look what they did to Mahomes last night. Look what they did to Josh Allen. Guess what, bro? We did the same thing, and we've been doing the same thing. Houston has 2 all-pro
did we beat the Texans? Did I miss that game? Oh, I did. I was in the airport, but I did watch the whole thing.
Thank you. And so, and again, I know we can't get hung up on the disrespect from everybody, or else you will be screamed out. But at the same time, it feels like targeted disrespect when we don't even get mentioned as one of the premier teams in the AFC, when all the attention's being paid to Drake May and the Pats and all these other teams that are out there, when it's Denver's division right now. And it's really going to take an effort from somebody in the AFC to beat Denver.
Yeah.
End of story.
who doesn't have us in the like top 4 or 5 of the power rankings? Like
Nick Wright.
Well, okay,
Right.
Nick Wright. That's fine. We can ignore that one. But
That's
like,
fine.
if I'm a Jags fan, they actually are like Broncos light when it comes to respect in this league.
Yeah.
And they're just kind of hanging out there, and no one's talking about them. And so that is a game I'm worried about. I'm worried about this game, this week's game. I'm very grateful they are both in Denver because
that is true.
John,
I agree.
I think that gives us.
John, that's a
How long
really
has
good
it been?
segue.
Kevin really wants to end the show.
No, you're good.
Kev's tired.
And we'll have our chance to give their closing thoughts. So stick around, guys, because Scott here, is looking to build a shed out back for very secretive reasons that we are not allowed to ask why. He's just asking for donations. He told me something about raising puppies in, but I didn't believe him. Anyway, stick around because Scott might tell us why he's building a shack in the backyard there.
I don't know.
I make these up on the spot. And they're
Plausible
90% of the
deniability.
time
I don't
bad.
want
Give away your secret, Kevin. These
Every
are
night.
legitimate. These are
These are
legitimate.
legitimate. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, believe that. What I was going to say, segue, John, that you had. Guys, if you want to talk more about the upcoming game against the Cheeseheads, and then the week after that, all these things, make sure you check out Tuesday's show tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Mountain Time, as we start moving the conversation over to this Week 15 matchup in Denver against the Green Bay Packers. Make sure you're following us on broncosandbourbon.com for all the latest content. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on YouTube. Help get those numbers up, guys, as we support the Broncos and through our 10th season here. We did just give away 3 Bo Nix jerseys last week because the Broncos hit 10 wins. We do have another kind of potential giveaway that if the Broncos win out and hit 15 wins on the season, we'll be giving away a Nick Bonito jersey as well. And it's our 10th year. I want to make it big. So, guys, stick around. Hopefully the Broncos win out and we can give away another jersey for hitting 15 wins. But with that, let's go around the horn. Let's share our closing thoughts, share what you're thinking, what you're seeing. And just man, if we win another game, I'm gonna have to start counting on my toes. And you guys don't want me to take my
Nobody
shoes and
wants
socks
to
off.
do that.
But it might have to. It might have to happen.
Whoa. How many fingers? Do you have 11 fingers?
No, I'm saying if we win another one, I'm gonna have to start counting on my toes.
As far as
too.
the win streak.
Yeah.
Oh, the win streak.
Win
Okay.
streak. The win streak. Yeah.
And you just said
But
win.
not now.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. I'm picking up.
Yeah.
If he goes
I want to
forward,
believe
he's going to
Kevin
have
has.
11.
I want to believe Kevin has 11 fingers.
I only have 9. I only got 9. There you go. Anyway, guys. Adam, let's start with you, man. What do you have closing thought wise as we start getting out of here, bud?
So this may surprise some people, but I have friends, and I would even call them good friends, who
That
just
does
happen to
surprise
have the misfortune of being Raiders fans. And I had this thought today that, man, they've been down bad for a little bit. And do we really need to keep cracking on them? Do we need to keep piling it on? And I felt a little bit of pity, and I felt a little bit of like, man, I shouldn't go that hard. I shouldn't go that hard. And then I had another thought. And if the shoe was on the other foot, they would be reveling in our dismay like a pig rolling through you know what. So I have had to endure God knows how many Raider games of just the obnoxiousness and the delusion of Raider fans to this day. So I'm going to just say now, no peace, no quarter, commitment to sucking, just suck, baby. That is what you guys do. I'm surprised you haven't moved yet again in the hour that we've been on air. Okay. So as far as I'm concerned, the orange in your stadium is your Godsmack for moving to Vegas. And with that, John, take us out.
I appreciate that. I mean, I'll say this: if we're revealing secrets here, one of my best friends is a Raiders fan. We all know a troubled soul, it seems like. And in his defense, he's a realist and understands that the Raiders are garbage, and they have been garbage. And he has never, luckily, he's never been able to throw it in my face because for all of my adult life, they have been trash. And it's hard to be a Raiders fan. It's also been hard to be a Broncos fan, but not to the same level because, we've had a tough 10 years, but we know we're going to bounce back. Whereas the Raiders, you have the same person, just it's his son running the organization.
Yeah.
And they get moved him to Las Vegas, but it feels like a revenue move more than anything else. So, as a business owner, I get it, but as if you want to be a fan of that organization, I'm sorry, it's time to change the team. Is the only thing I can say. And what a perfect time!
Okay.
What a perfect time, other than when they move states. Okay.
The
no
Montana
longer
Raiders.
loyalty. No, you don't have loyalty anymore. That's perfect. So that's how I feel about the Raiders. But as far as moving forward, this is the third hardest schedule moving forward, according to the broadcast on Sunday.
Yep.
And this is when everyone that's trying to tell us we're frauds, whatever. I think we're past that. I don't think we're frauds regardless. But it starts on Sunday because we need some of these wins if we want to get that number 1 seed. And I love that the next two are at home against the Packers and the Jaguars. And everyone is just calling on us to not do it. Look, even Vegas we're minus 2.5
dogs.
odds. One, I'm taking those odds. I already have as soon as they came out because I think the odds are going to move the other direction. I think you want to get in early on these odds because they're going to go in the Broncos' favor. That's my prediction throughout the week. But let's get it done against the Packers and then move on to the Jaguars. And I'm actually kind of looking. I didn't think I'd say it, but I'm kind of looking forward to that Jaguars game.
Yeah.
It'll be a good one. Oh, look, the next several games could be really good. But Scott, man, tell us closing thoughts and what is that shed out in the back really for?
Well, it might be the next time you come and visit me, I go kick your ass.
Yeah, that'd be fair. That'd be fair.
I don't know.
That's a good one.
I am an old man, and I remember the days when you pull up to Mile High and you'd go into a game and there was never a thought of losing. It didn't matter who you were winning, who you were playing. You knew you were going to win 6 to 8 home games every year. And that's what made you dominant. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
You may not have been dominant on the road, but at home, you were going to kick whoever's ass decided they were going to fly into Denver and drive over to the stadium. And what's nice is we're back to that.
Yeah.
So we got 3 of 4 at home, and that's important. And it always looks a little daunting when it's a good team. But at the end of the day, we do match up well with anybody, especially at home. And people that are worried about the Packers or the Jaguars or the Chargers, whatever. You know what? Have some faith. We're going to win. Christmas, I would love to just commit to say, hey, we're going to kick those sumbitches' ass. But I don't know. It's Kansas City, and you're playing against Mahomes. You're playing against Kelsey. You're playing against all those little zebras that are trying to push them over the finish line. I would love for that game to be the game that seals everybody's fate. And then,
that would be.
roll out in Chargers. And we say,
Scott.
you know what? Maybe we'll play somebody, or maybe we'll put Shit'em out there.
Yeah.
And then we have Shit'em out there, and we just beat their ass anyway.
You can't call him shit on. Come on.
No, I like Steady.
Come
I'm
on.
kidding.
Steady.
Still
We
on-
can't say we can't say
Spearman looked great
Oh,
for us.
man,
Remember we
he
put
is
Spearman
nice.
out there. He looked great.
He ain't Bo
I'm
Nix.
just
We'll put it
saying.
that way.
This is our time. We're going to take it. And I'm loving it. I'm loving sitting there on the couch watching Kelsey drop balls and then go and play with his on the sideline because he can't figure out what the hell's going on. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I like that
Yeah.
look on Mahomes' face where he's just looking around like, what happened here? I love it.
Yep. Yep.
And
That's
what-
accurate.
Here's what.
if you haven't got on this train yet, you better damn well get on it.
Yeah.
'Cause
Here's what-
it's leaving the station, man.
Yeah, I can't wait for this train because it is leaving the station in a year or two from now when we're like, I don't care about the Chiefs. I don't care about these. We are the team that everyone else wants to hate on because we're that good.
Yes.
And not that the Chiefs are good, but
Yeah.
fuck the refs.
There you go. That too. That too. As Cat helps remind everybody out there, make sure you like and subscribe, guys. Definitely appreciate all you guys' support. We'll be giving away, obviously, more prizes and stuff, maybe closer to the end of the season. Of course, we have our year-end fan appreciation episode in January, maybe February this year, depending on when the Broncos end their season. So stick around for that. We'll be letting you guys all know the details of that once it gets closer. But really, guys, what we've seen from the Broncos is just a dedication to play for each other. They're always dedicated in terms of making sure they're prepared. It doesn't matter if they've won 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8, 9, 10 games in a row. They recognize the next game is a new game. And that week they're 0-0, right? It doesn't matter what happened in any week previous to that. So these guys, they're laser focused. As Sean Payton said, they're very well aware of what they're playing for. They know their situation they're in. And all I can think about when I hear things like that is, as good as it is for these young guys, and guys have been on the team for a few years, how amazing of a ride does the last 2 years have to be for Garrett Bowles and Courtland Sutton? These two guys that stuck it out with the team year in and year out when they were doing terrible. Garrett Bowles sitting there saying, man, all we do is lose. All we do is lose, and I'm sick of it. Right? To be in this position now, you're talking about guys that are not playing for each other. They're playing for those guys because they're in the situation for the first time in their career. I mean, honestly, they don't have too many years left in their career, right? So there's a lot of just energy and momentum and they're just heart that they're playing with out there. And when you have a team that has they're on the same page like that, it's like, how can anyone stop them? You got the Alex Singleton story. He led the team in tackles yet again, right? So just everything he's done. This is a fantastic ride. And as much as I just want to get to the playoffs already, I want to slow down too, because the next 3 games especially, are going to be just really, they're going to come down to the fourth quarter. I'm going to have a whole lot more gray beard by the end of December, than I do right now. So just get ready for it. I might have to start dyeing it. I won't, but it's going to be great. There's going to be some stressful games. So get ready for it, guys. It's going to be fantastic to see. And we are ready to just break it all down with you guys week by week, show by show. So make sure you join us tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Mountain Time, for another episode of Bourbon Broncos No BS flagship show. And then we'll start talking about the Cheeseheads as well as we get ready for Green Bay to come to town. Guys, Adam, Flagman, Scott, John, you guys are fantastic. Thank you always for all your insights. It's fun. It's just fun to sit back and listen to you guys sometimes because I don't always get to listen to the show. So sometimes I just let you guys take it and I get to just enjoy it for a little bit. So thank you for that, guys. You're fantastic. And to all of our fans, thank you very much. But guys, I've been talking for a while. These guys have been talking for a while. We're going to get ready for a good nightcap here and head out. But I have nothing left to say. And the show, as we always do, the very strong Go Broncos.
Go Broncos.
Go Broncos, baby.
Take care, guys. We'll see you later.
In the zone, here here I go. In the zone, here I go.